advise disregarding any part of Holy Scripture, but I do see this quite a bit today. I call it problems with genre sensitivity in regards to the Bible. Where does it say in the Bible that everything in the Bible must be read a certain way or taken literally? Where people get confused is when they think of the Bible as a book. It's not a book. It's a collection of books. It's a library with different authors and different writing styles, literary techniques, purposes, and numerous forms of literature. Everything from straightforward history to poetry, to saga, to love sonnets, to theology, to letters or epistles, legends, gospels, apocalyptic writings, mythology, parables, canon law, you name it. Now, you wouldn't read all of these literary forms the same way, would you? You wouldn't read a book of poetry the same way you read a law book. And Father Barron, has a great bit on this, way better than me. But looking at the Bible through these restrictive lenses of literalism is really a relatively new practice. Just in the last couple of centuries has this new fundamentalist, view of Scripture taken root, especially here in the West. But it is not, nor has it ever been, the traditional Catholic stance. Okay, there's a difference between something being true and something that's filled with truth. For many people, the word myth has a negative connotation. They see it as a fairy tale or a false depiction of reality. However, this is not always the case. Myth is very often more truthful than fact. That's a high paradox, but it's true. A myth is a narration, a story that seeks to express a truth that is often too big for our own words, too complex for our own logical discourse. Myth can help give answers to supernatural or metaphysical questions that we can't wrap our minds around. Questions like, why are we here? Or what does God want from us? It shouldn't surprise us that God makes use of myth in the Old Testament. Everyone gets up in arms about that, but he uses myth to teach us things. Remember, even Jesus himself made use of myth when he would teach using parables. Basically, a parable is nothing more than a small-scale myth. The Lord used this literary technique often to help people understand the greater theme behind his message. Parables like the prodigal son, the good Samaritan, name any of them, the pearl of great price, lowest seat at the feast, workers in the vineyard, any of his parables, are all these stories true? Well, did they really happen? No, probably not. But that doesn't mean that the stories aren't filled with truth.